beautiful. I'm Danny Gadigan, and I am here to share my story, my journey, and the mistakes that have taught me so many lessons to hopefully encourage you in your life and where you're at. Today I'm going to be talking about mindset. I am so excited about this topic because the way that things were going for me, it was not working. It was just stressful every day, and I was literally projecting my thoughts and my emotions onto those closest to me. It started with my parents. I was very unforgiving towards them, and they did the best job that they possibly could. They're amazing parents. I used to blame them for a lot of things, like why I'm not further along or what they did. They didn't encourage me enough. They didn't send me to an acting class when I was young. Just like ridiculous things like this. I'm like, no more. That was like a while back, but then it turned into me blaming my husband for a lot of things, like if he's the reason why this and that, XYZ, and that's why I'm having a bad day, because he was having a bad day, so I got sucked into it. So I'm like, this is not working. This is really bad for the environment of our household. The environment of my brain was just not healthy. I had a lot of thoughts of self-hate, and I shared that in an earlier video where I did have a massive breakthrough, and that's what led to here right now. I am just committed this full year of doing everything it takes to get my mindset correct. And that's not me trying to change my husband, Jeff. That's not me trying to show, anyone that I'm changing, really. It's weird because I'm actually sharing it with you, but no, that's like, I'm sharing this because I feel like it is really bubbling up inside of me, and I need to share this because it has changed my life so much that I need to share this information. I think everybody is meant to be a student and a teacher, and the things that you learn along the way, like the lessons that you learn along the way, the hard things that you've been through, they're not meant to tear you down. They're not meant to just, totally floor you or, keep you in a miserable state. They are meant as like a rite of passage in your journey, or a stepping stone to where you want to be. It is something that will help you develop that mental toughness and look for something greater, and just it will push you to be something better. And so I just want to encourage you, whatever you're feeling right now, any kind of discouragement, any kind of bitterness, resentment, unforgiveness, just like disappointment, rejection, anything, those are normal. Those feelings are normal, and it's okay. It's okay to fully feel those feelings because we all feel it. You wouldn't be normal if you didn't have it. You wouldn't be human. So, it's your body telling you, hey, check in right now. There's something going on. You need to dig deeper. You need to understand yourself more. You need to see where this is coming from. And so if we feel those feelings that we label as really negative feelings, and like we don't want to feel that, we only want to be positive, we can't feel those at all, because if we do, we're gonna attract like all this negative stuff to our lives and stuff like that. Like, no, those feelings are human. It's just not realistic to expect you or me to just be positive all the time. I mean, that's just craziness. If we fully embrace those feelings when they do come up, and we say, hey, I acknowledge you, you're here right now, check in with yourself, communicate with yourself. A lot of times I was repressing it, and I was like, hey, I don't want to feel this. Just get away from me right now. I'm gonna stuff it down into the bottom of my stomach, and then I would explode with just hatred and rage and just like over the smallest thing. That's not healthy. So I'm just figuring ways out now to really deal with, like, how should I process these emotions when they come up? And I'm just learning to embrace it, just feel it, and then acknowledge it, be aware of it. Be very aware of these feelings and be kind to yourself. Be really kind to yourself, because there are people that are just cruel and mean. Those are the people that are hurting the most. People will be mean to you. People will bully you. You know, maybe you've been bullied in the past. I know I have. And so you have to be your best friend. You have to be your advocate. You have to be your cheerleader. I'm getting emotional because I know for most of my life I haven't been my greatest cheerleader. And like, now's the time when I'm gonna step up and I'm gonna say, hey, Danny, you are a great person and I'm sorry. I'm sorry I wasn't there for you. I'm sorry I beat you up so much, you know. In my mind, I was just constantly beating myself up for every single thing that I did, every single thing that I said. What I assumed people were thinking of me, or I just wanted them to like me. And then I was like, did I say the right thing? Did I do enough? Did I do too much? It was just a constant battle in my mind, and it was so tiring. So I'm just here to tell you to be kind to yourself. Really be kind to yourself. And I've heard that so many times, and it's now just starting to sink in that I really have to be kind to myself. And that means just, again, feeling those emotions and just trying to understand what those triggers are when I feel myself getting low or getting into a funk. Why am I going there? What was the trigger and what is deeper? And that's something that I am going to continue to explore, because I am just literally at the tip of the iceberg right now as I'm starting this journey. And I'm so happy you're watching, because we can do this journey together. We can better ourselves together. And I'm very, very, very fully committed to this. Something that stood out to me was my really good friend, Wendy. We pray for each other. We have a support group. We have a mommy support group. If you don't have one, try to get into one, even if it's a Facebook group. Just to know that people are in the same situation as you is just incredible. People have been there, will share their stories. You'll get to share your story. There's something very freeing when you share stories that other people are like, hey, I'm there right now, you really helped me. Or somebody else shares to you and you're like, I totally understand. And when you're in a funk, you feel like you want to be isolated. You feel like you don't want to see anyone. You just want to deal with it yourself. You want to get better yourself. Sometimes you don't even feel good enough for being around other people, or you see other people doing so well and you're like, I'm not doing well. And just know it's all lies, okay? And a lot of people are going through what you're going through, so do yourself a favor and do them a favor and get some support. Get someone that you can really trust with your emotions, with what's going on in your life. And it just definitely goes both ways. Like I said, you're the teacher and you're the student. And so, well, okay, back to what my friend Wendy said. She told me, encourage yourself like you encourage others. That was so powerful to me, because I'm constantly seeing the best in other people and I call them out, and I love doing that. I think that's something that God has really blessed me with. I should do that for myself, and you should do that for yourself, because you are amazing. You are more beautiful than you think, inside and out. You are stronger than you think. And you have more to share than you think. This is really working for me, and again, I just want to share this year. I just want to vlog my whole journey of how my mindset is changing, and I hope this blesses you. And yeah, subscribe if you want to go along on the journey, and comment down below. I'd love to have a conversation with you about your own journey. And yeah.